Hello. Hopefully you are having an amazing day. I am coming live to you on Facebook, but this is actually meant to be another episode of the legendary MLM podcast. For those that don't know, I am with an MLM, a network marketing company. For the purposes of this podcast and this video, I do not disclose what it is because this podcast is all about you and helping you succeed in your network marketing business. Now, just as an insight, a few words that I'm going to say in this episode. I might use some profanity. I might swear. I usually don't, but if it comes out, just giving you a heads up in case you are listening with any children that are present. There may be some foul language that will come up. So let's get right into it. A lot of people talk about the network marketing industry, and there's a lot of horror stories and all that stuff. The first reason that I don't handle any objections in the network marketing industry specific to any horror stories or all of that stuff is because we're all adults here, okay? I'm not promoting my opportunity. I'm not promoting my product or service to anyone under the age of 18. And I truly believe that if you're smart enough to get through high school and you took algebra and you understand what 2 plus 2 is and multiplication, if you got in through some basic English, and you were able to pass physics and chemistry and all that stuff, well, you need to understand that network marketing is a business. So the reason that I don't handle any of these stupid objections is because, number one, I'm dealing with adults. I'm not dealing with anyone that, just doesn't have the mindset for business. And, a lot of the things about marketing that's talked about the ideal customer avatar. One of my true beliefs and one of my understandings is, as much as I'd like to help someone transform their life and get out of the situation that they're in and show them how this opportunity can truly take them out of the situation that they're at and place them in a different level where they might be able to afford more things or just live a better lifestyle and all that is, that's what this network marketing business has allowed a lot of people to create. But one of my ideal targets is for a person that's already ready, okay? I'm not there to transform someone's life. I'm there to work with them once they're at a point that they're ready to make a transformation change in their life. And they're saying, okay, I've researched enough about this where I know that, this sounds like a good business opportunity for me. So let's go ahead and get started and let's go and roll. So the first thing that I do is I don't deal with any people that are not ready for entrepreneurship, that are not ready for a different sort of business model or are not open to any sort of that stuff, which avoids me a lot of pain and frustration because a lot of the people that I talk to, they do the old, message 20, 50, 100 people a day, see who responds, see if they're willing to, an opportunity, see if they're willing to look at something, and I think that's just an antiquated way of doing things. And really, in the network marketing industry, it's kind of a business opportunity mixed with personal development. If somebody is already doing personal development and they know that they need to make extra income, or they know that they need to do something different than what they're already doing in order to generate more money, well, those are the individuals that I'm looking for. Okay, so that's number one. I don't handle network marketing objections because I'm already looking for entrepreneurial people, okay? The second most common objection that people hear in the network marketing industry is somebody that was already involved in network marketing and they experienced some horror stories and all that. Look, the truth is that the network marketing industry, it is what it is, right? There's businesses, even when you look across the business platform, I think the statistics is something like, 90% of the startup businesses will fail in the first 3 years, then the rest will fail in the first 5 years, and only like less than 1% make it after the 5-year point. So that being said, for even a business, a conventional business that is going out there selling products, selling services, and providing things to different individuals, you know, it's hard work, and it takes a lot of the businesses 10 plus years to, you know, even break even. The restaurant industry is, for example, one of the best examples that, you know, a typical restaurant, if you could break even in the first 3 to 5 years and then be profitable, you're considered to have a pretty successful restaurant. And I'm not even going to get into franchising and all that stuff and how to further expand your business. But that's the second thing. It's like if somebody was burned in the network marketing industry, then going back to the first one, they weren't business savvy enough to analyze a network marketing company and say, hey, this seems like a viable business plan. This company has been in business for a while, or they have a product or they have a service that is not only going to disrupt an industry, but the numbers make sense. One of the main reasons that network marketing companies go out of business is because their numbers make no fucking sense. Okay? And that's where, if you understand basic fucking math, you wouldn't get fucking burned. Okay? And the reason that I get so mad about that is because people come and talk trash about the network marketing industry, and it's like, dude, if you have a fucking $100 product, and when you sell that product, the company gives you 50% commission, which means that you make $50, and then your downline gets another $50, and then the third person gets $20. Dude, how the fuck out of $100 are you going to be able to pay $120, $150, $200 fucking dollars? No wonder the business goes out of fucking business and people get burned because you can't do basic stupid fucking math. All right? And again, I told you that I was going to swear on this episode because, you know, like Ty Lopez says, you know, common sense is no longer common. And it's frustrating when adult beings can't do the damn math in the freaking subject and can't realize it is a fucking scam. All right? And that's why the network marketing industry as a whole has such a bad reputation, because it is so fucking easy to scam people. All right? Now, if you believe that your company is a fucking scam, stop promoting it. All right? It's not that difficult. All right? If you're going to be selling lies, and that's all your company do is sell lies, well, guess what? You're going to be called a liar. All right? If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, if it lays eggs like a duck, it's a fucking duck. All right? So the whole thing about the network marketing industry being a scam and all that shit, the industry as a whole is not a fucking scam, because if you look at the business model, it is one of the smartest business model of whoever fucking came up with it. All right? And it just goes back to the old, if you understand anything about business and you look at a fucking profit and loss statement, or if you look at a balance sheet on the business and you look at revenue, you look at expenses, you look at the cost of goods sold, you look at, you know, commissions paid, it all fucking makes sense. All right? So don't come here and try to blame the industry saying that the industry doesn't work, because the industry fucking works. All right? And again, I don't want to mention companies here, but some companies that have been around for a while, one of them that starts with an A, another one that starts with an H, those companies have been in business for a long time because the business model works. Have they been sued? Yes. Have there been problems in their model? Yes. Have they had to adjust certain things that they've had to do? Yes. But are they still in business and still profitable? Fucking yes. Why? Because the business model works, okay? And that's why I say one of my preamps, one of my first things is I don't work with people that are under 18 years old. Number one, because you really can't. I guess you could, as a teenager, sign up under one of your parents or whatever and promote a network marketing company. But again, you have to be an adult. You have to be cautious enough to add up the fucking numbers and say, okay, this sounds like something that I can do, and this sounds like it legitimately works. all of this bullshit talk about looking at the compensation plan and how this company's compensation plan is so much better than the other one. Look at the basic fucking math, okay? Go to Google Sheets, take down a piece of paper. If you sell $100 product and the compensation on that $100 product is $500 fucking dollars, your product, your business is not going to work. It's impossible, okay? I don't care what anybody says. Prove me wrong how you can sustainably produce a $100 sale and pay $500 commissions without a fucking pyramid scheme, without a Ponzi scheme. That is exactly when a lot of people don't even understand what a Ponzi scheme is because they haven't even looked up what it is. Ponzi is the last name of an actual individual. But anyways, again, that's another objection that I don't fucking handle. So, basic math, okay? That's number 2. Going to the whole thing, number 3 is a pyramid scheme. A lot of people, and this was a good transition because it led into it. A lot of people say network marketing is a Ponzi scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. Why? Because you have a top line and you have to recruit your down line, and the person goes down and down and down from there and all this other bullshit. Okay? Now, if you live in a capitalist country and you know anything about business, or if you've ever had a job where you have to report to a supervisor, to your boss, to somebody else, that supervisor has to report to another manager, to another supervisor, that manager or supervisor has to report to another guy, that person has to report to another executive, and then those executives have to report to a board. The whole thing about the fucking capitalistic business model is a fucking pyramid. Everything in life is a fucking pyramid. Alright? The periodic table of elements is a pyramid. It doesn't matter that it's a fucking pyramid or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You are always going to have individuals that are going to be above you in whatever sense of way. Look, you can think that you are the most, what am I trying to say here? The most built, the most fit person on planet Earth, and you might be, what's it called? Mr. Olympia or Mrs. Olympia or whatever, the trophy is for the most fit human being, okay? And yes, you might have that title for a moment, but that's only one aspect of life, okay? Your health. You might be the healthiest, most fit person that's walking on this planet Earth today. But guess what? The human body changes. And unless you maintain a certain things, you can't hold on to that title forever. And not only that, but that's only one aspect. Even though you might be Mr. Olympia and you might be healthy and all this stuff, financially speaking, there might be somebody that is at a higher level than you are. So guess what? In the pyramid of life, where you're trying to balance health, wealth, love, and happiness, you might be at the pinnacle of one of those things, and you might be second at the other of those 3. So the whole thing about the pyramid, everything in life is a pyramid. What the fuck does it matter? You're always going to have people that are going to be above you, better than you in certain items, okay? If you want to be a figure skater and you're overweight and you're not doing anything to improve it and you're not practicing figure skating, you're always going to have someone that's better than you. And not only that, a year goes by and guess what? The next person who is more hungry, who has the same goal, who has the same dream, there's only room for one person at the top, right? Well, that's bullshit. In the network marketing industry, look at any company that you want, look at the top position and ask individuals in those companies how many individuals have achieved that top rank. And you will find out that in any company, if you have more than 2, 3, 4, 10, 15 individuals that have achieved that top rank or higher, how can it be a pyramid scheme? Explain that to me. Even in a company structure where you have the CEO, the CFO, a CTO, all of these different titles, you have different owners, you have the board and all this stuff, there's only 100% of something, right? And typically there's only a few major decision makers at the top, which is your board. So if your board is at the top of the pinnacle, there is no higher level than the top of the board. That's it. It stops there. So in the network marketing industry, where you can have multiple people at the top position, how can it be a pyramid scheme? Now, again, going back to what I just brought up on point number 2, if the only way that you can make money in your network marketing business is by bringing on new distributors, new agents, new people that are going to be selling your product, new individuals, recruiting, if that is the only way, if that's the only way that you can make money in your business, look again at the business model of your specific company. And yes, that is probably a pyramid scheme, because the only way that commissions can get paid is when you recruit new individuals and those commissions trickle down. But then again, the math has to make sense, because if the recruitment stops, the commission gets stopped. That is why the previous companies that I mentioned, which I am not affiliated with, the big ones, the one that starts with an A and the other one that starts with an H, that is why they have been in business for such a long time, because they have a product or a service that people consume. And guess what? If you're a distributor and all you do is get customers to consume your product or your service, you can still have a viable network marketing business. Bringing on agents is a secondary part of the business. That is why most network marketing companies that are successful encourage you to always promote both the product and services, as well as showing people the business opportunity. Okay? And eventually some people realize, hey, it is a lot more lucrative to duplicate myself and to promote the business opportunity, because yes, having customers, following up with those customers, and providing with quality service and doing those sales takes just as much work, and it's not necessarily replicatable. Because if I can teach one individual how to sell, how to promote a product, and that individual can go out there and do the same exact thing, it is much easier, which is what the network marketing industry is. It is much easier to replicate that process versus going out there, getting a new customer, getting that customer to buy, having upsells, all of that stuff, right? So again, another common objection that is handled by a lot of different network marketing professionals is the whole pyramid stuff. I don't cover any of that stuff. If somebody comes to me and says, hey, are you pitching me another product that is this pyramid scheme, I say, look, I appreciate your concern. I understand that at this moment you are still looking into the industry, and I don't think we are fit to work with each other right now. I am here to help you and serve you in the future. Maybe sometime down the road in the future we can work together, but at this time you are not right to work with me. And that's it. Okay, I don't go giving them explanations about the compensation plan and the pyramid scheme and how this is not one of those other things, and go and recruit 20 of your friends and family and all this stuff. I respectfully say, hey, it seems like at this moment you just don't understand our industry, and unfortunately we are not fit to work together. So maybe in the future, as you continue in your entrepreneurial journey, we can, revisit this conversation, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm here to help you. If you have any other questions, we'll touch base in the future. And that's it. And I'll follow up with them in whatever, 3 months, 6 months, depending how far down the funnel process they got along. So that's another objection. What's another objection that is brought up most commonly in the network marketing? Another objection in the network marketing industry is, well, do I need to do I need to be a computer wizard? And this thing is funny because I remember when I first got into the network marketing business, I was trying to recruit anyone and everyone with a heartbeat, and I wasn't educated about marketing. And one of the individuals that that I brought into the organization, I believe I connected with her on Facebook, and she was a Facebook consumer. And what do I mean by a Facebook consumer? She was seeing other people's posts. She was watching the videos, watching that stuff, and she wasn't posting on her own. So whatever, she signs up with a company, she's all excited about this stuff, and like this was around the afternoon, and sometime around 5 or 6 o'clock, she actually sent me a message and say, hey, I want to post this whole thing about recruiting people. How do I post on Facebook? So the fourth rule that I don't answer about network marketing, and I guess you can apply this to any industry, is how to use technology. Okay? Now, if you are going to be building your network marketing business, going door to door, sitting at Starbucks, recruiting people, standing in the aisles of the supermarket while you're shopping, or at Walmart, or all this thing, whatever you're trying to do, good luck with that, okay? You might not be a fit for my team. There are individuals in our organization, the network marketing company that I'm involved in, that still do the individual to individual, belly to belly, one-to-one sales, however you want to call it. They're still involved with that. And hey, if that's what they want to do, fine. I do not, okay? I do not. So, what does that mean? Hey, do I need to go out and post on Facebook? No. If you don't understand, again, this is why I get so fucking frustrated about the industry, because a lot of people fucking lie, okay? The network marketing industry is fucking hard, okay? It's hard because it has the word marketing. And guess what? Companies like Nike, Coca-Cola, any of these huge brands, Apple, Samsung, they spend billions with a B on marketing. They hire top-notch marketing companies to market for them because it's fucking hard. All right? So guess what? Not everyone is meant for this industry. And that brings me right into another objection. And one of the objections is hey, I really like what it is that you're doing, and I watched the video, I watched your presentation, and it sounds like something interesting, but do you really think that I can do this? Okay? And look, in our team, in our network, not in our network marketing company, but as an individual, okay, there are certain tools that we teach the individuals on what they can do in order to grow their business. Now, it's up to those individuals to learn those tools, apply those strategies, actually use them on a daily basis in order to grow their business. Do I think that you can do it? I don't fucking know. Are you gonna wake up in the fucking morning and go to the bathroom and then brush your teeth, take a shower, read your affirmations, write down your goal, go into the office, go into wherever your workplace is, sit in front of a computer, sit in front of your phone, make phone calls, reach out to individuals, build these messages, think with your head about how you can promote this product, work with other individuals that are actually marketing, learn basics of marketing on how to attract people, what are headlines, why you should say certain things, learn things about, do I know if you can fucking do it? I don't know, okay? And that's where network marketing is all about duplication. I don't know if you can do it. Now, if we give you a 10-step sheet or a 10-step process where we say, hey, this is the formula that we are using on a daily basis. This is what people that are successful in this industry have been able to replicate and do it. And you go down step 1, step 2, step 3 without skipping a fucking step, and you actually do the work, well, guess what? You're gonna get the damn result that you're looking for. So can you fucking do it? I don't know. Are you willing to do it? I don't know. If you're willing to do it and you follow the steps, you will get the results. That is all I can tell you, okay? Another objection handler in the network marketing industry is, oh, well, I'm looking to get into this. How much more money am I going to have to spend? Okay, and that's a money objection. The reality is, the money objection might be one of the objections that I actually handle because it's a true concern. If I was to invest into any business or into any network marketing company, it has to make sense. One of the questions is, hey, how fast can I make my money back? I don't fucking know, okay? Now, what we can do is we can figure out, hey, based on the average commission for a product, or based on the average commission that you get when you bring on a new recruit, how many products do you need to sell on a weekly basis, or how many individuals do you have to bring into your organization in order for you to recuperate your money, if that's what one of the primary goals is after, or in order for this business to seem right to you. So let's say your initial investment was $1,000. I'm just putting a number there. I don't know what your company's initial investment is or whatever. And I know most of the network marketing companies, the initial investment is under $1,000. So that's why I'm using that term. Let's say your average commission was $50 per the sale of a customer that is buying a product or a service, and your initial commission when you bring on a distributor was also $50. And I'm just using these numbers because it's easier. Well, when you're handling that objection with someone, probably the easiest way to say is, hey, if we were to teach you a method where you can attract the individuals that will be interested in buying this product, how many individuals do you think it would take for you to recuperate those $1,000 at $50 per commission? What's the number? The number is 20. So the question is, okay, what are the amount of hours that you can dedicate per day or per week in order to do those sales? Now, just in honesty, when you're first starting out, it's a numbers game, okay? You might have to communicate with 200 different individuals, whether you do it through Facebook ads, whether you put them through a funnel, whether you do one-on-one messaging, whether you talk to them in the store. It's a numbers game. So if you have to talk to 200 people and your closing ratio is 10% in order to get 20, well, that's the numbers. Now the question goes back to this one. Are you willing to go out there and communicate to 200 individuals about your product or service? I don't care how you're communicating with them. The one thing that you need to understand is that you have to communicate and you have to market. Network marketing. The second word in the business is marketing. And the reason that so many people lose out their money is because they don't learn, they don't understand marketing. You have to learn marketing, okay? Yes, I agree. You can use guerrilla marketing. You can go and post your links. You can go and talk to 100 people, and you will get results because it's a numbers game. Are there more effective ways of doing it? Yes, you will learn those ways as you progress in the industry. A lot of the people that you see that join a company, and within a very, very short time period, 3 to 6 months, they just spike up and they become whatever the third or fourth leading title is in that company. You're like, well, how did they do it? Ask them. They've been probably in the fucking marketing industry for 7 to 10 years. That's the other shit that pisses me off about the industry. Anyone that's successful in the industry, they didn't make it overnight. Okay? Even the individuals that go and follow the exact process, the exact system that other individuals have followed, they don't start to get those results, after the first or second year. They have to be persistent, consistent, all of that stuff. Okay? So it's fucking hard. It's not as easy as everyone is telling you that it is. So you need to learn and you need to understand marketing. And once you start to learn marketing, then it starts to open up doors for you. So it's getting kind of dark here as I'm driving and finishing up this podcast. So with that, hopefully You were able to get some takeaways. Start putting your foot down in whatever business that you're involved in. Another reason that, I'll just do one more for you as a bonus. Another objection handler that I get, and this is because of the profession that I'm involved in, I'm a full-time real estate broker, and I love real estate, okay? Now, one of the reasons that I am in network marketing is because as a real estate broker, a lot of people say, well, how can I get into real estate? How can I do that stuff? And look, it's a process. It takes time. It takes money to get into real estate. You need to have, you need to learn a lot of things. You need to learn sales. You need to learn marketing. You have to go and do door-to-door sales. You need to network. You have to be willing to do the entrepreneurial stuff. In network marketing, it's easier than real estate, and usually you start to see results a little bit quicker, plus your money and time investment isn't as much as it is in real estate, both in brokerage and investments. So, a lot of the people, they are still working a part-time job or a full-time job, and they're looking for an opportunity for them to start a business or get into a business that will provide them with some side income, and then eventually flip and do that business full-time, and then get into other ventures. Network marketing can provide that opportunity. In real estate, it's much harder for me to say, well, step number one, I don't care what industry you're in, step number one in real estate, if you're looking to become a real estate broker, is to get your license. What does that require? Depending on what state that you're in, it's going to require education, 40 to 60, 80 hours, whatever. That is going to cost you time out of your schedule. That's going to cost you money to go out there and take this course and learn what you got to learn. After you take that course, step number two, you got to take and pass the exam. That exam is what? More money out of your pocket. After you pass that exam, now you need to go and sign up with a broker, because as an initial real estate agent, you can't work on your own. You have to work under somebody's supervision. So guess what? When you go and sign up with that broker, you have to pay your MLS fees. Sometimes you have to pay other marketing things. They have a desk fee, whatever. That's a whole different topic. You can look at different models. But once you sign up for a brokerage, there's usually either a monthly fee that you're paying for your MLS, or there's additional fees that you have to pay. The reality is that for you to get into real estate, anywhere you go in the United States, it's probably on average between $1,000 to $2,000 upfront investment, and it's probably at least a month of your time between the schooling, taking the exam, looking for a brokerage, all that stuff, before you make one single penny from that business. Okay? Then, because you're in a business, professional environment, you have to dress professionally, you have to learn how to communicate professionally, you have to get professional pictures, you have to do open houses, so it's a lot of your time and a lot of other things that get involved with it. In network marketing, you can go and sign up with a company over a computer overnight, start promoting this business, and in a matter of hours, or if you're fairly good and you know how to use the different tools and your following systems, you can start getting commissions within days of you launching that business. And your initial investment might be, under $500. So let's say even if your commissions were $10, okay, and your initial investment was $500, that means you would need to make 50 sales in order to get your money back. Well, if you started in the industry and you were able to do 5 sales a week, within 10 weeks you're going to get your money back, okay? And I can't tell you that's the same thing in real estate. A lot of real estate agents go in and the first 2-3 years they don't make money in real estate because they're still learning this thing. Yes, after that they start making a lot more money than what you can make in other businesses. But again, you're still set to an area. Network marketing in today's day and age, and the reason that I don't teach belly to belly, going to Starbucks and meeting people at your local, Walgreens store, standing in line at your local supermarket and convincing them to join your business, is because you're involved with it. How much easier is it to record a video, record trainings, use technology for what it's meant to, okay, and actually use it to grow your business? So with that, hopefully you can become passionate about the network marketing industry. You can start to see and you can start to set rules for yourself and saying, hey, you know what? When this objection comes up, I have two choices. The first choice I have to make is, do I want to cover that objection? So do you really want to respond to that individual and maybe start to show them a different way of looking at things and show them, handle that objection so that individual can look at it from a different point of view? And maybe your answer to that is no. If somebody's objection is, hey, is this another one of those pyramid schemes? Well, guess what? I don't want to work with those individuals that think everything in life is a pyramid scheme and things have to be handed down to them and whatever. So that's my fine line. So start to write down the objections that you're getting from the different individuals and start to see, hey, what message am I putting out there that these objections are coming up? Are these objections being handled in the presentation video or in the presentation that's being done via Zoom or, via call, if you're still doing the hotels, if you're still doing the one-to-one? Why is that question coming up? And if the common denominator to that question is, hey, these individuals, that's just what they think, that's just what they believe, start asking yourself, do you want these individuals in your company? Because guess what? What type of individuals do you think that those people are going to attract? The individuals that had the same questions. And maybe you work with a few of them and you can get over that objection and they become star players in your organization, and then they teach other people how to get beyond that objection. Great. If that's what you want to do in your business, go ahead and do it. But I don't want to waste my time with these people. And as harsh as that sounds, time is the most valuable thing that all of us have. So start prioritizing your time to what matters to you. So with that, that's it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in your comments. I'm not going to apologize for swearing because, hey, we just need to communicate what's on top of our head. And if somebody is offended by it, well, fuck you. That's all I'm going to say about that. So with that, have an awesome rest of your day. Go and check out legendarymlm.com for some additional training. Start applying yourself. Start to set boundaries in your business. It's your business, okay? So go and dominate in that business. Until next time, this is Maxim Cruz, and just go and kill it. Just do it. See you on the next one.